Hello and welcome to Blue Club Sports, coming at you with the World Cup video that I promised you guys. I'm going to be looking at the results of the group stage and giving you my thoughts. Teams that fell off that I didn't expect, teams that did very well that I did not expect. Also, I changed the lighting. Now it's really dim. The ring lights lighting up most of the room. Let me know if you prefer this lighting or the one I had before, where everything was super bright. Just trying to see which one looks best. In my opinion, I'm kind of leaning on this one. I like it. It's kind of it's chill a little bit. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. But to get into it, I've been doing World Cup videos as much as I can. All the games I watched, I did videos on. It wasn't much. I do apologize. I have work and school full time, both of them full time. So it is hard to find time on my schedule. But let's crack on with the video. Group A, we had Netherlands finishing first on 7 points, Senegal 6, Ecuador 4, Qatar on 0 points. Qatar finishing last did not surprise me one bit. This is a team that doesn't belong in the World Cup. Quality wise, the reason why they're there is because they're hosting the tournament. So for them to be on 0 points does not surprise me one bit. Netherlands, I had winning the group. I've had Ecuador coming out of this group, but Senegal, I just thought Koulibaly, he wasn't playing very well for Chelsea at the moment. But as you're going to see, there's a trend of Chelsea players. And if you don't know, I'm a big Chelsea fan, so I do Chelsea content all the time. And I didn't think Senegal was going to do well. I didn't think Koulibaly was going to play well because he didn't play well at club level. But a lot of the players at Chelsea that are not performing are performing at this World Cup. So it's very interesting. As we go to Group B, England, USA, Iran, and Wales. So the USA, honestly, they've really impressed from videos and condensed replays I've seen of their games. They've really impressed me. I think it wouldn't be crazy to think they should be on 9 points and they should be winning the group, but I think it's from a negative standpoint, the USA shouldn't have been in that situation where it was a must win against Iran. I think they should have been going again in that third game, maybe resting some players that needed rest, and winning the group for sure. But I didn't expect them to play this well, so I shouldn't even be criticizing the team at all. They proved me wrong. They got out of the group. Statistically, this was considered the group of death, so the fact that they got out was really impressive in my opinion. Wales, the British media is really going inside, really attacking Wales. The way they performed, or lack of performance, the way the negative football they played, it was just embarrassing. In England, you just got to hope that USA game was a write-off. That was not the norm. And hopefully they're not playing like that in future games, because if not, they're easily going to be found out, especially with teams with better attackers than the United States. As we go into Group C, we have Argentina winning it on 6 points, Poland on 4, Mexico narrowly missing out just because they have more yellow cards than Poland. They were both on 4 points, and then Saudi Arabia on 3 points. This was a very good group, honestly. Yes, I had to watch the stinker. I thought it was going to be a really good match, but it came out to be a stinker with Poland versus Mexico. Mexico versus Argentina, I saw bits and parts of. That was an electric atmosphere. The Lusail Stadium is probably my favorite stadium out of all of them right now, just because they really put the big matchups in that stadium, and the crowd rocks the stadium. It's pretty cool to watch. But Argentina wins the group, Poland runners up. Mexico, I don't know how long the streak is, but it just snaps the streak of them making out of the group. And you have to think that Tata Martino is finally going to get the sack that he deserved probably a year ago, at least. He should have been sacked after the Gold Cup last summer in Vegas, because the fact that they lost to the United States, when the United States, you could argue, Center C team. That was embarrassing for Mexican football. And to add to that, as a USA fan, I don't have ill will to Mexico. It's more of a respectful rivalry, but it proves my point that this is the lowest I've ever seen Mexican football at the moment. And yeah, it was just very, very. It's very sad to see because right where I live right now, there's a lot of Mexican fans because that's their heritage, and I respect that. But you can't argue that no one's going to argue that Mexico's in a bad spot right now, and it's just crazy to think that Tata Martino stayed in the job after defeat and defeat and defeat, and yeah, too little, too late for Mexico, in my opinion. That last game, it was just if they were going to do anything this World Cup, they should have beat Poland. The game was there for them to do it, but you could argue they just don't have attackers. Raul Jimenez, it's cruel to say, but he hasn't been the same since his head injury that he suffered against Arsenal. It's got to be a year ago or maybe a longer. But yeah, there's a lot of players on this Mexican team like Andres Guardado, Hector Herrera that just don't belong, that don't deserve to be on this team. They're just washed, and it's just sad that there's not a new crop of Mexican players that are ready to perform at that stage to replace them. As we go into Group D, we have France finishing top, Australia finishing runners up, and Tunisia third, and Denmark fourth. Denmark is probably a team that I had winning this group, and yeah, they really disappointed me for sure. Winless in the World Cup, just definitely something you didn't expect going into this tournament. As you go into Group E, Japan winning the group. No one had Japan winning this group. I don't care what. No one. If anyone told you they had Japan winning this group, they were crazy. So Japan finishes in first with 6 points. Spain second, 4 points. Germany misses out, gets knocked out again in the group stage. And they finish on 4 points, and then Costa Rica finishing with 3 points in last place. But there was a 2 minute gap where Costa Rica and Japan, if the results held, they were going to go through, which would have been madness. But Germany. The biggest thing is Germany crashing out of the group stage yet again. I was listening to Talk Sport in the morning. The German press is furious. They were criticizing Serge Gnabry, that he's not focused. Also, they were saying that they were criticizing Nicolas Sule, saying that he's basically the German Harry Maguire, which is kind of mean to say, but it's just it seems like Germany they're gonna have a lot to do between now and 2026, because I think 2026 they'll have a better team, but the thing is they need to figure out who is the replacement for Miroslav Klose, and it's been since 2014 since he's last played, but it was supposed to be Timo Werner. Timo Werner was out with injury, and then they were trying to do what Chelsea does where they play Kai Havertz up front, and he won one man of the match, but it's just Kai Havertz is not consistent. Even though I love the player, I really wish he would perform on a consistent basis. It's just he really drives you crazy how sometimes he nets you a game winner and then the next time he's invisible on the pitch. So that's just the way it is, honestly, with him. On Group F, we have Morocco winning it, which is another shocker, and then Croatia making it out as the runners up. I covered the Croatia Belgium match yesterday. If you want to check that out, the video is on the channel. Canada was one that proved me wrong. I thought they were going to make it out of this group. I think I even had them winning this group. I thought that was going to be the big shocker. But the big shocker is really they have 0 points. They scored 2 goals and allow 7. That's just not what you expect from this Canadian team. Definitely, I thought they did very well in CONCACAF qualifying. Of course, they won the group, or they won the octagonal, whatever they call it. But for them to really fall apart like this, it was very, very interesting. Something that I didn't see happening at all. So for them to really just fall apart on the world stage is kind of shocking in my opinion for someone that watches CONCACAF football. So as we go to Group G, Brazil wins it, no shock there. Switzerland makes it out as the runner-up on 6 points, and Cameroon misses out, and Serbia misses out. Honestly, not a lot of thoughts on this group. I didn't really watch too many matches from this group. I know Brazil's playing really well, but that's what you expect. It's good to see that Thiago Silva is playing really well. Hopefully, he can bring that form back to Chelsea when this World Cup is over, because we definitely need solidity at the back. But hopefully, I don't want to turn this into a Chelsea video, but they put pictures out from Cobham where you see Wesley Fofana training, which is good to see. So I think this group, and especially, and not to be mean and kick the Germans while they're down, but Kai Havertz coming back earlier than we thought really get these Chelsea boys in. If they, looking on the bright side, they can train them. They can get back to being match fit. I know there's a friendly coming up against Aston Villa in Abu Dhabi, I think. So I'll definitely do a video on that. I'll try to watch that live if I can, and I'll give you thoughts on that. But to go to the final group, Group H, Portugal wins it. South Korea makes it out of the group. Uruguay misses out. And so much for me saying Uruguay was going to be the dark horse in the tournament. They don't even make it out of the group stage. And then Ghana is in fourth. Didn't really shock me there. Ghana's a team that, was a thorn in the USA side back in 2010, back in 2014. But, they kind of haven't really given us a better, like a new crop of players. They still, I think I might be crazy, but I think they still play Andre Ayew. And it's just like that guy must be old now. Like, it's just a lot of players that there's no new crop of players for Ghana. But that was basically it. That's my reaction to the group stage. I won't do it. I'll just give my thoughts now. I probably won't do a video on it, but to preview the USA's game against Netherlands. If the USA win it, and and it wouldn't be crazy to say that they can win it. Memphis Depay really doesn't scare me, to be honest. I know they got that new player that I haven't seen before, but Gakpo. They're really touting him as to be a really good striker. If the US wins it, it's 1-0, but I can really see Netherlands winning it extra time 2-1. One thing for the USA, key to victory, it's pretty simple. The USA won't get more than one goal, so they have to be watertight in the back, and they just got to nick a goal like they've been doing this tournament. The facts are the same. Our attack is not good enough. We just got to make sure our defense is good enough, and that's basically it. But if I come back tomorrow or the day after and and talk about how the USA won, I won't be entirely shocked. I think they played really well this tournament. I was a doubter of this team, but they proved me wrong, and I'm glad that I can say I was wrong about this team. But Netherlands is a tough team to beat, and then if they win that, they face the winner of Australia, Argentina, which you think would be Argentina. So it's going to be a uphill battle from here for the United States, and we'll see what they do. But that's all I got for this video, guys. If you liked the video, please drop a like, comment down below what you guys think about the group stage. What do you rate this World Cup so far? Do you think it's been one of the greatest in recent history, or kind of, right in the middle? Just let me know, guys. Thank you for watching, and you guys have a good day.